thrilling episode of Prog Review. And what have we got today? What have we got? We have got Circus, the self-titled, eponymous even, only album from Circus. And this is on the Mondo Sfart label. Yeah, see, Mondo Sfart. I'm not sure. Is this a genuine label, or is this one of those weird bootleggy type things? I heard this album many years ago. Many years ago. I can't remember. Early 2000s, 2002-ish, maybe. I don't know. There was a CD issue, and I got it for my birthday. The missus bought it for me for my birthday, which I then latterly sold because, yeah. But now we have this because I think the vinyl edition of this, the first pressing, is probably hard to get hold of. But why are we doing this? Well, because it has a certain fellow on it called Mel Collins. So I can't see what I'm doing. Mel Collins there, see, on the record. Do you see that? It's better if I do it this way and I can actually see what I'm doing. Mel Collins is on the record. As you know, Mel Collins is probably most famous for being in the house band on the Harold Schmidt show in Germany. Yeah, that Mel Collins, the Harold Schmidt show. You didn't used to watch that on Sat 1? No, just me then. Okay, just me. No, that Mel Collins who plays saxophones on all those albums. He's been on, blimey, so many records. Camel, Alan Parsons, which is some kind of a hovercraft. We have to do the Simpsons joke. Kokomo, Rolling Stones, Alvin Lee, Brian Ferry, Eric Clapton, Joan Armatrading, Richard Wright, Jerry Rafferty. Did I do Sally Oldfield? Tina Turner, David Sylvian, Roger Waters. Just a few of the people that he has worked with. Amazing. And that's why this record is kind of prominent or famous. I don't know what you'd call it, in prog circles because of Mel Collins' involvement, because he's been involved in a number of progressive rock bands after that. But I still think the Harold Schmidt show is probably his biggest claim to fame. I'm gonna get a laugh for that joke. I'm gonna get a laugh for it. So, it's a curious one. It's neither fish nor fowl. It's an odd one. I mean, it's not that they're a bad band or anything. I think they originally started in 1967. Again, there's not a great deal out there about them. And this was released in '69. So it's the tail end of the 60s. And it's funny because the kind of thing that they do, I think if they'd have been around in the mid-60s, they may have made a bit more traction, but they came in at the tail end. So yeah, it opens with a 7-minute 22 adaptation of Norwegian Wood. No sitar on it. I can do that now. There's no sitar on it. Instead, the mighty sitar is replaced by the honks of Mel Collins. And yeah, so it's an extended instrumental. The vocals are covered. It's okay, but it very much puts the flag in the sand of them being a covers band with a jazz infusion. And that's the really odd thing about it, because it kind of veers from pop. They do other. Well, we'll go through it, and you can see where I'm going. They do pop covers, but there's also this kind of hard edge jazz feel running through the music as well. So that's what I mean. It's neither fish nor fowl. It is the platypus of prog. I made that up there on the spot. I didn't script that. There's no scripts here. That's just a bill. Just put that there. It's Mr. Bartley card. See, Mr. Bartley card. For how do we have the guitars? Mr. Bartley card says, I want my money. Don't forget, you can be a member. Press the join button for as little as £1, and there's a load of hidden content. Like this video was probably hidden for a while, so that the members, the paying customers, get first dibs. If got the Norwegian Wood. We got Beatles reviews behind a paywall here. Who knows what else is behind the paywall since I've done this video. So he starts off with that, and then, like I say, Pleasures of a Lifetime. It's all very easy listening, infused jazz. St Thomas. I always forget which one's the cover. It's St Thomas. It's let me just get the record out. Anyway, let's look at the record. Here's the record. Again, because there's no Wikipedia page, I have to kind of wing it. Oh, that weren't good. And there's the internals there. As you can see, it is the 60s. Yeah, man, it's the 60s. It doesn't even tell you on the thing. It doesn't even tell you who wrote the songs. Because I know some of these are covers. No, there's only one thing for it. You know, I'm going to have to wiki. Oh, it also comes with a kind of pseudo Obi strip as well, which is really inconvenient and keeps falling out of the thing. Bear with me with them. Bear with me. Bear with me. Maybe I'll edit this out. Yeah, it's a Sonny Rollins cover, I believe. You see? So they do these other covers. And is it good? Is Goodnight John Morgan a cover as well? It might be an original. Yeah, it's an original. Here it's called The Circus. They're actually called The Circus. I've been saying it wrong. It's The Circus, like the Pink Floyd and the Genesis. So that is an original one. It doesn't say on the. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you flip it over and you've got Father of My Daughter, which I think is an original piece. And it's this kind of very genteel, very 60s song about being a father to a daughter. And it's kind of, again, it sticks out, really. Only sticks out if you rub it. But it's all right. And then we have... Oh, I can't read it down there. Silly boy. 2BS or ILBS? 211B? I don't know. Monday. That's another cover, isn't it? Who did Monday? Was that the Mamas and the Papas? Yeah, Mamas and the Papas. Phew. I was worried then that my credibility as a music reviewer may have just gone down the toilet. But it hadn't. Mama Cass didn't choke on a sandwich. It's a myth. And then Don't Make Promises rounds off the record. Again, it's pleasant enough, but you can see why it was largely forgotten back in the day, because there's nothing in here to make it jump out, to make you go, oh, it's similar to what Yes were doing with their first a couple of albums. You know when Yes were covering popular classics and zhuzhing them up, and it's like, before they got Steve Howe in and things went up again. That's Circus, and also it is very 60s. It is very 90s. You can almost smell the patchouli oil. You really can. But yeah, it's very 1960s, which isn't a bad thing. But it's 1969 and it's over. They missed their own party, and that's what you get the feeling of this. It's like it came a little too late, you know. But it's pleasant to hear, especially if you like a 7-minute version of Norwegian Wood and a take on Monday. It's inoffensive. Is it an essential listen? No, unless you really want to know what that guy from the Harold Schmidt show got up to in the 60s. You see, because we know that's probably the thing he's probably the best known for, is the Harold Schmidt show on Sat 1. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a curio. It's one of those records that the bearded prog fans can go, oh, have you heard the Circus by Circus? Or is it The Circus by the Circus? Have you heard that one? It's one of those albums, you know. It's one of those records. But yeah, there's, like I say, there's a new issue on Mondo's Fart. You know, it's all right. It's okay. I thought it sounded a little bit, you know, the mix mastering, whatever you want to call it, pressing. That's it, the pressing. It's a little bit, but it is 1969, and there they are on the beach, in a circus tent on the beach. Circus. Should have done, was it Liberty Bell, shouldn't they? And with that, there's only one thing. Oh, I've got to give it a root. I'm going to give it 3 Mondays out of 5. That's 3 Mondays out of 5. It's not a bad record. It's just a little bit underpowered. It's a curio. It's for the curious. All right. It's probably available on the Spotify's and the streaming. There will be a linky down below for the Amazon pennies. You know, because that's how I buy the records, with my Amazon vouchers. So yeah, help me out. And on that, there's only one more thing left to say. And by now, you know what that is. You know, it's Prog on.